Nie, to jest z drugiej strony, okej.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Ja zakładam, że jesteś kierowniczką.
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
Nice. Niezły expik. Expik niezły, nie powiem, że nie. Region, tak jest. Tutaj szybki tepik. Dobra, oni są tutaj.
This was a nice family, you know, while it lasted.
Dobra, to mówię, Tomas, mam jeden z dysków, których poszukiwałeś.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Pierwszą była w archiwach Ośrodka Kultury.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. One datapad's enough to guide me down my newfound path. Just remember, I got something saved for you if you find me all three.
Chwila, mam coś jeszcze dla ciebie.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
Część drugą była w fabryce konserw.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole datapads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
A chwila, mam jeszcze coś dla ciebie.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
Rzadką trzecią część. Ktoś schował ją w starej elektrowni geotermalnej.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Okej.
What's...
Okej. Coś, co będzie mi pasować do mojego wdzianka? What? Nani? Nani? No to nie mam nic tutaj. Widzę. Okej. Dobra. Właśnie, gdzie są reputacje albo coś w tym stylu, nie? Gdzieś to powinno być, nie? Reputacja. O, właśnie. O, właśnie. Tu jest przyjaźń. Poważanie.
Look at that. The snakes come back.
Przekonam twoją trzodę do powrotu na stare stanowiska.
Good for them. I'm glad. Back to the old cannery with Grace and Thomas and Stefan and all the others. I expected it'd end like this. Lived out here for years all by my lonesome. Only right that I'd die the same way. I expect you've done enough for the Vale. If you don't mind leaving an old lady with her thoughts, I'd be much obliged.
Jeszcze nie za późno, może wrócić do nabrzeża.
It is too late, and I'm tired of talking.
Okej. Nie będziemy aż tacy chamscy. Dobra. Okej. Czekaj, to jest tak, okej. Wróć do pastora. O, znaleźliśmy to, okej. Wzmocone, o. Dobra. Cyk. Sądzę, że wpierw załatwimy pastora. I nie zabiję go, żeby nie było. Nie? Ale zaznaczę sobie to... Tak. Napiszmy sobie jeszcze.
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
Oto i twoja książka.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French! Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
Co jest w tej książce takiego ważnego?
I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
Nękany plagą za ścianek, a co się stało z tymi bzdurami od oglądania stada?
Please, those dolts? Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aetherwave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
To może być korzystny układ. Ty chcesz się stąd wyrwać, a mnie by szedałby się na statku majtek.
Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling, and I'd be happy to watch your back. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument really. I'm also a passable gun hand if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
O! Brzmi nieźle. Wszystkiego nauczyłeś się w szkole dla pastorów?
Well, understanding computers is, though I admit I took it further than most. And I was quite the 32nd back during my seminary days. Left many an opponent bleeding on the field.
Ty na pewno jesteś pastorem, bo nie brzmisz w tej chwili zbyt pastorsko.
Of course. I'm a vicar who is dedicated to his calling. More dedicated than any other you'll find in this colony. I joined the OSI to help decipher the grand plan. But instead, I ended up the vicar in a prison due to ignorance and politics. Then I came here. Satisfied?
Chyba nie powiedziałeś mi o tej książce całej prawdy. O co tu chodzi?
It's the journal of one of the originators of the Philosopher's School of Thought, though it would be more than a century before it was perverted into that belief system. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of that came later. Bokonu had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan.
Okej, jak trafiłeś do służby więziennej?
Most lay people are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's the long and short of it. So, what do you think?
Brzmi nieźle, chodźmy.
Fantastic. I promise you won't regret this.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery. and to leave this place behind. It is my esteemed pleasure to serve as your crew vicar, Captain.
No elegancko. Pastor dołączył, to jest git. Dobra. Co teraz? Co teraz? Okej, może troszeczkę do obrony byśmy sobie dodali. Tak, blokowanie i tak dalej. Cyk. Dobra, i tu jest jeszcze Max, czyli pastor. Obrzyn. On ma shota? Dwa, 3, 8. Masz to. Okej. Pastor ze shotgunem, nieźle. Umiejętności hakowania, to się na pewno przyda. Jeszcze bardziej, żeby przegonić. Okej, dobra. To teraz tak. Mapa. Nie, dziennik. Za garść palców. Wezmę te hajsy.
Something got you down?
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
No, orientujesz się, gdzie w tej kolonii możemy znaleźć kogoś, kto mówi po francusku?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Baconu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Okej. Dobry trop. Jak go znaleźć?
That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge
ładnie.
from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
W jaki sposób wykaz załogi może nam zlokalizować twojego uczonego?
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Jak to możliwe, że zwykły pastor jest tak dobrym hakerem?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Okej. Dobra.
Thank you, Captain.
Gdzie jest druga postać? Tu jest.
Where are we headed?
Okej. Dobra, a z nim już nic więcej?
As always, what's occupying?
Okej. Porozmawiamy o tej twojej osobistej misji.
Of course. Are you ready to break into security on the Groundbreaker?
Taki jest plan.
I could...
Przypomnij mi, jakie masz zdanie na temat filozofistów?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Okej. O książce opowiedz.
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist School of Thought, so the book is banned in this colony. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Nazbyt entuzjastycznym.
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Skąd ta pasja?
My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
Ale przynajmniej byli dumni, że jesteś pioseniem, prawda?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
Co to za plan, o którym ciągle wspominasz?
The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect created the universal equation that underlies and defines everything in the universe. Everything flows from the equation, or in layman's terms, the grand plan. Is the Grand Architect a consciousness? A natural force? Did it create the equation on purpose? The answers to these questions don't really matter. The equation, the plan, is all that matters. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in the plan.
No, wygodny sposób na zapanowanie nad pospólstwem.
It can be if abused, but that can be said about anything. However, in the case of the board and Halcyon, sadly, I believe you are correct.
Dziwię się, że tak ochoczo zachowują się do załogi kogoś, o kim nic nie wiesz.
I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
A to logiczne.
What about you? What's your story?
Byłem kolonistą na nadziei, ocalił mi naukowiec z nazwiskiem Wells.
And how did he do that?
Wyrkadł moje ciało z trwającej na skraju kolonii nadziei i mnie rozmroził.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now?
Pomogę mu zdobyć więcej środków chemicznych, których potrzebuje do uratowania reszty kolonistów.
That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
Moja rodzina była na nadziei.
Oh, I see. You have my condolences.
Okej.
Of course.
Dobra, nie to kliknąłem, ale spoko, dobra. No, trochę sobie pogadaliśmy, dobrze, dobrze.
Cannery's been running at full capacity.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing.
Something to report?
Przychodzę po nagrodę.
We pay by the finger. What do you have for me?
Czek.
Gil Antrim. Real name, Guillaume. Duly processed by a freelancer on behalf of Spacer's Choice. I remember him. Was just a kid last I saw him. Shame. I'll just need your signature here, 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 and here. Got any more fingers for me?
Mam.
Mabel Burgess. Age 37. Right or left-handed? Let's just say no longer applicable. I remember Doc Burgess. Conducted my physical every fiscal quarter. Guess she couldn't keep her hands off her patient's medicine. Still one outstanding bounty. If you've got a finger, I've got the paperwork.
No i to.
Here we are. Bertie Cotton. Cause of death. Let's just say overwhelming physical trauma. Bert was the local preacher before Max took over. Always was quick to remind us that we all get what we deserve in the end. Well, that's all three. I must remember to requisition some more fingerprint ink. Here's all the compensation you've earned, plus a bonus.
Okej, dzięki. Co to? Młodsza zastępczyni posterunkowej?
You've done such a bang-up job hunting down our former workers that I thought it only proper to deputize you.
O,
Congratulations.
nice! Ilu waszych skończyło jako morderzy?
Let me stop you there. It is official Spacer's Choice policy that all Marauders, regardless of prior affiliation to the Spacer's Choice brand, no longer qualify as our people.
Nie odpowiedziałaś na moje pytanie.
Marauders are folk who lost the will to keep working, wandered out into the wilds and gave into their baser instincts. Not everyone's cut out to work in Edgewater. Some turn deserter, some turn marauder. None of them get my sympathy.
Wygląda na to, że martyrzy gustują w adrenaczesie.
Everybody likes Adrenatime. It is the finest medical drug ever developed by Spacer's Choice. Much better than that crap anti-Cleo pedals. Sure, a little too much Adrenatime can bring out the violent animal in you, but if overdosing on Adrenatime turns you into a lunatic, you have only yourself to blame. Says so right on the warning label. Violent psychosis is a well-documented and legally accounted for side effect of Adrenatime.
Okej, dobra.
What's on your mind?
Znalazłem zapas leków. Chcę oddać je w wasze ręce.
Anthracillin, huh? That's an anti-Cleo product. I appreciate your vigilance on behalf of Spacer's Choice. I'll make sure this medicine goes to where it's most needed.
To znaczy gdzie?
Sealed, packaged, and delivered to a Spacer's Choice storage facility. Standard procedure for contraband, you see.
Kontrabandy? To leki. Właśnie ludzie ich potrzebują.
Medical treatment by anti-Cleo's products is strictly prohibited under Spacer's Choice company policy. I distribute this medicine to our workers, and we're all complicit in a crime.
Wisi mi to, daj po prostu nagrodę.
You are of course entitled to a reward for assisting in the apprehension of any contraband. Your compensation and your receipt. Spacer's Choice wishes you a productive shift.
Sakra, kurde. Gdzie to jest? Nie, to nie to. Postać, reputacja. Poważanie. Okej. Pionier, rada. Rada w 8% jest za ten. Jest zadowolona. No cóż, dobra.
I'm feeling pretty low these days.
Dobra, to co teraz mamy? Dziennik.
Let the boss catch you saying that.
Co? Nani? Nie pokazują mi nic? What? Szukaj terminal ochrony na pionierze. Na pionierze, gdzie jest pionier? Tu? Nie? Pewnie nie. Pewnie nie. Chociaż... No wie, no bo tu nic więcej na mi nie pokazuje. Dobra, to zrobimy sobie tak. Jeszcze zapisz, nowy zapis, tak.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
Nigdy nie leciałaś statkiem?
I've worked on the occasional supply coach in need of repairs. Once I built a little model craft out of spare parts, but Mr. Thompson found out I had to take it apart. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Jasne, z chęcią się przyjmę. Wybierz sobie kajutę.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
I get the captain.
Yeah, huh?
Captain? 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 Oh, okay. Okay.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you, Captain?
Mam regulator zasilania.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Tak.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Okay. No, bo to jest... tak, na mapie to tego mi nie pokazuje na bank, nie? No, czyli to jest pewnie gdzieś indziej, więc... Ale spoko. O, dawaj. Cyk. Ada! Gdzie jesteś?
What can I do for you, Captain?
Zainstalowałam regulator zasilania.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Dobra, zabierajmy się stąd. Fly, fly away. Nice.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Świetnie, liczyłem, że się odezwie.
Aha, there you are. Hail and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Ja czasem kręci mi się w głowie i potrafię też zwalniać bieg czasu.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
O, okej. Po co mi klucz z nawigacyjnym do lądowania na planecie?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions.